everyone, in this video we will cover the current affairs. I am Nuzhat Sana. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GK Today Academy app. You can attend the quizzes on this app for better practice, and after that you can also read the detailed explanation of the questions you have missed. For regular updates, please check our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. For hard copy books, you can visit our website gktbooks.com. Okay. Also, our latest initiative is UPSC Prelims Test Series for 2021 and 2022 in GK Today Academy app. So if you are appearing in UPSC Prelims, you may consider joining this. So now, without wasting any further time, let's get started. So today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 12th of June 2021. Starting with very first question, which international agency has adopted a political declaration to end AIDS by the year 2030? So recently, the UN General Assembly has called for an immediate action to end AIDS, which is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, from the world by the year 2030. And this disease is caused by HIV, which is human immunodeficiency virus. So this proposal has now got the approval because it has noted the present condition of AIDS, which is an alarming situation. So the declaration was adopted with total of 165 votes in favor and 4 were against of it. Now talking about United Nations, Antonio Guterres has been recently nominated by Security Council for his second term as a UN chief. Now 2 more appointments are also important from United Nations. First is recently Abdullah Shahid, who is Foreign Minister of Maldives, has now been elected as President of 76th session of General Assembly. So this name is very relevant, and please remember this personality is from Maldives. The third appointment is in March month, United Nations Security General had appointed Jean Arnott as his personal envoy on Afghanistan. So these 3 appointments are extremely important regarding United Nations. Now we celebrate our AIDS Day, or you can say World AIDS Day, on 1st of December. But many a times I have told you that AIDS Day is different thing and AIDS Awareness Day is also different thing. Now you have to tell me on which day we celebrate AIDS Awareness Day. Question number 2. Operation Pangea 14 was exercised by which agency? First of all, what is this Operation Pangea 14? Under this, the agency has taken down more than 1.1 lakh web links, including the websites and online marketplaces which were involved in illegal sale of medicines and various type of medical products during this COVID-19 pandemic. And in this operation, 92 countries also participated in it. So this operation is from Interpol. Now if you remember, 2-3 days back we have already talked about Interpol. What is Interpol? It is actually International Law Enforcement Agency, and we have seen there that a database named as iFamilia was launched by this organization or this agency. And what was the purpose of iFamilia? To identify all the missing persons using DNA of their family members. Also there was an operation called Operation Thunder, which was very famous. It was conducted by Interpol along with WCO, that is World Customs Organization, and together they conducted this operation in 103 countries to tackle the environmental crimes. Headquarters of Interpol lies in Lyon, France. Question number 3. Digital India Corporation is an institution under which ministry? So actually Digital India Corporation is not for profit company and it works under the Union Ministry of Electronics and IT, the minister of which is Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad. Now why this is in news? Because recently Digital India Corporation has entered into an MOU with ICAR, that is Indian Council of Agricultural Research, for providing demand-based tele-agricultural advisories. To whom? To obviously farmers. So under this MOU, IIDs means Interactive Information Dissemination System of DIC and Kisan Sathi platform will be collaborated together to provide better extension services. So regarding this question, keywords are extremely important here, like tele agricultural advisories or IIDs or Kisan Sathi platform. So do take care of these keywords. Now few months back, UK based payments system company ACI has released a report on digital payments, and according to which India has highest number of real time online transactions in which year? 2020. Okay, and few days back we have also studied that on 5th of June Government of India gave the final notice to Twitter because it was not providing the clarifications regarding our new IT rules. Also, we've studied there that Twitter was banned in Nigeria. Why? Because Twitter has deleted the Nigerian president's tweet. Now you have to tell me who is the current president of Nigeria. Do let me know in the comments. Question number 4. The report titled Child Labour Global Estimates 2020 Trends and the Road Forward has been released by ILO, that is International Labour Organization, in association with which organization? So recently ILO and UNICEF have together released a report which has its title Child Labour Global Estimates 2020 Trends and the Road Forward, and this report has been released on 13th of June. Why? Because on 12th of June we celebrate our World Day Against Child Labour. So as per this report, the number of child labour has risen to an alarming number of 16 crores across the world. So here correct answer is our UNICEF. Now UNICEF was also in news because it has signed an agreement with vaccine manufacturing company Moderna to supply their international vaccine efforts, which would help in fighting with SARS-CoV-2 virus. I have already told you the full form of SARS. If you remember, please write in the comments. Now headquarters of UNICEF lies in New York. Also UNICEF was in news on 22nd of March. Why this day is special? Because on this day we celebrate our World Water Day. So on this day UNICEF released a report that identified areas where water scarcity was very prominent. Apart from it, it also suggests various type of plans and advice so as to tackle the water scarcity problem. Question number 5. As per the report, the cost of climate change in India, by what percent India's poverty rate would increase by 2040 due to our climate change? So actually this report has been released by London-based global think tank Overseas Development Institute. And this report states that India's poverty would increase by 3.5% by the year 2040 on account of climate change. And this report also stated that India would lose around 3 to 10% of GDP due to climate change by which year? 2100. Now we celebrate October 17 as International Day for the Eradication of Poverty. And regarding climate change, one more news was there. A study said that Antarctica ice sheet are heading towards climate tipping points by which year? 2060. Why? Because the ice cliffs have lot of shelves on it, but now these ice shelves are breaking up, so ice cliffs would not be able to stand on their own. So that's why it would reach to their tipping point. So this year is very important. It would reach the tipping point by 2060. Question number 6. A recent study which used mosquitoes infected with Wolbachia bacteria is found to cut the spread of which disease? So this study has been done in Indonesia, and it says that mosquitoes who are infected with this particular bacteria reduce the insect's ability to spread dengue. So as per the World Mosquito Program team, the bacteria remain in those parts of the body that the dengue virus needs to get into. So after the study, the dengue fever cases have been cut by 77%. And few months back, there was an amoeba which was in news. It was single-celled and named as Naegleria fowleri. And this was spreading in USA on a higher terms. Also, recently black fungus disease has been declared as notified disease in which state of India? In Haryana. What do you understand by notified disease? It means if any case comes out of black fungus in that state, then authorities have to be immediately informed about it. Okay. Now malaria disease is caused by female Anopheles mosquito. So do remember that this is not spread by male Anopheles mosquito, instead female one. Okay. Question number 7. Which Indian institution has developed a technique to detect cyclone formation in North Indian Ocean region? So actually researchers of IIT Kharagpur along with Yantai Institute of Coastal Zone Research, which lies in China, they have together developed a technique to detect cyclone formation in the North Indian Ocean region in advance. So this study was conducted under the Climate Change Program with support from Centre's Department of Science and Technology. Now IIT Kharagpur was also in news because it has developed a healthcare product named as CoviRap. What is it? So it is a diagnostic type of technology to detect the COVID-19 virus, and it is also capable of testing influenza, dengue, malaria, etc. Now in the previous lecture we have talked about ARWU. What is it? Academic Ranking of World University. And in this ranking we saw that 15 Indian universities have made their place in it, and among all of it IISc Bangalore was at the top position among higher education institutes in India, and Calcutta University was at third position. Question number 8. With reference to agriculture, what does NUE stand for? So NUE means nitrogen use efficiency. What is this? Actually it is defined as the fraction of applied nitrogen that is absorbed and used by the plant. So recently Indian biotechnologists have identified candidate genes for NUE in rice, and now this is expected to save nitrogenous pollution and fertilizers worth billion of rupees. So after analyzing over 16,000 genes regarding rice, researchers have shortlisted 6 high priority target genes to improve the NUE in which crop? In rice. Now talking about some more current affairs from agriculture, India's export of agriculture and allied products in 2020 to 21 has increased by 17.34%. Also, Government of India has increased fertilizer subsidy by 140%. And India's first agricultural facilitation center would be set up at Pune, which would help the farmers to sell their products abroad. Okay. Question number 9. As per the recent report of the WHO, around dash million people are affected by foodborne diseases every year. So recently, World Health Organization has released a handbook to strengthen our health infrastructure as well as to help in combating the burden of foodborne diseases. So as per this report, more than 600 million people are affected by foodborne diseases every year, and it also said that over 0.12 million children under 5 years, means who are less than 5 years of age, die from consuming unsafe food. So this is definitely a very critical situation, and various organizations and government should come up together to tackle this problem. Talking about WHO, headquarters lies in Geneva, Switzerland, where headquarters of ILO also lies, and the head of WHO is Tedros Adhanom. Now few days back an appointment was important from WHO. Patrick Amoth has been appointed as chairman of WHO Executive Board, and this personality is from Nairobi, Kenya. There he used to be acting Director General for Health in Ministry of Health, Kenya. Okay. Question number 10. COVID find that has been approved by the ICMR is a dash. So this is a RAT, means rapid antigen test, and it has been developed by medtech company Meril. So this indigenously researched and developed test can detect the SARS-CoV-2 virus swiftly in just 15 minutes. And this affordable test does not have any specific storage requirements as well. Now ICMR was in news few days back. Why? Because it has approved PanBio test kit, which is second home based RAT, and it was developed by Abbott Rapid Diagnostic Division, Chicago. Chief of ICMR is Balram Bhargav, and is also Padma Shri awardee from President of India. And the headquarters of ICMR lies in New Delhi. Question number 11. Mahesh Kumar Jain has been recently appointed as. So he is RBI Deputy Governor because recently Reserve Bank has announced that government has extended the tenure of Deputy Governor Mahesh Kumar Jain for 2 years. He was earlier appointed as Deputy Governor for 3 years in June 2018, but now he has got the extension for 2 more years. And who are the other 3 serving Deputy Governors of RBI? First is Michael Patra, second is M. Rajeshwar Rao, and the third is T. Ravi Shankar, which is also a recent appointment of RBI. Now talking about some more appointments. In the previous lecture, we have talked about Anup Chandra Pandey. Who was he? Recently, he has been appointed as Election Commissioner and he would take care of the elections of UP, Punjab, Goa, Manipur and Uttarakhand. And in the previous lecture, I have asked the question that who is the president of Syria? Yes, you all were right. It was Bashar al-Assad. Also, our new CBI director is Subodh Kumar Jaswal. Question number 12. Dehing Patkai Wildlife Sanctuary has been notified as a national park of which state? So this sanctuary lies in which state? It's Assam. So it is in news because this wildlife sanctuary has recently been notified as 7th National Park State of Assam, and with this Assam is now the second state with highest number of national parks. First is Madhya Pradesh with 11 national parks. And among the union territories, Andaman Nicobar has 9 national parks. Talking about some of them, there is Karakoram Wildlife Sanctuary, which is very famous, and it lies in Jammu and Kashmir. Then there is Bhadra Wildlife Sanctuary. It lies in Karnataka. Then Corbett National Park is in Uttarakhand. Ranthambore National Park is in Rajasthan. Now one question for you. You have to tell me, where is Periyar Wildlife Sanctuary? Do let me know in the comments. Coming to last question. Ganymede, the biggest moon in the solar system, is the satellite of which planet? So it's the moon of Jupiter. And why it is in news? Because recently NASA's Juno spacecraft has visited the biggest moon in the solar system, which is Ganymede, and it is the satellite of Jupiter and also the 9th largest object in the solar system. So this Juno spacecraft has also sent back high resolution images of this moon, and these pictures now can help in identification of surface features including craters and tectonic faults, like what type of surface exists there. Now I am giving you a homework. You have to consider the planet Mars and you have to tell me 3 very important things about Mars which are related to your current affairs which were in news recently. Okay, so I can see that you guys are good at completing the fill-ups or answering the questions, but now I want to see, can you rewind the recent current affairs as well? So I am not asking you any question regarding Mars. All I have told you to do is you have to give me 3 news about the Mars planet. Okay, now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from past to 3 days current affairs, and you have to pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to tell me your scores. So think wisely and try to solve each of them, and please do not cheat. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.